Welcome to SRAM Technical Communication. Today we will be discussing how to set up and tune the Vivid Air rear shock. We will also discuss the 4 aspects of Vivid Air tuning: setting sag, beginning stroke rebound, ending stroke rebound, and compression damping. To set up and tune Vivid Air, you will need a 2.5mm hex, a RockShox high-pressure suspension pump, all of your normal riding gear, and a friend to help hold your bike during the setup process. Sag is the amount the suspension compresses under the load of your weight. This preloads the suspension by forcing the wheels toward the ground, which improves tire contact and traction over rough terrain and during braking. Sag for Vivid Air is set by adjusting the air pressure in the shock. Check with your bicycle manufacturer for the recommended sag for your bike. If you do not know the recommended sag, set it to 30%. Prior to adjusting air pressure, you will set the shock to our basic 6-3-3 tune. Here's how to set the basic tune. Turn the beginning stroke rebound knob clockwise toward the turtle until it stops. This is the closed position. Now, turn the knob back 6 clicks toward the jackalope. Next, use a 2.5mm hex to turn the ending stroke rebound adjuster counterclockwise toward the turtle until it stops. This is the closed position. Now turn the adjuster back 3 clicks clockwise toward the jackalope. Turn the compression knob clockwise toward the plus sign until it stops. This is the closed position. Now turn the knob back 3 clicks counterclockwise. Finally, move the travel indicator O-ring until it contacts the air can. Now go put on your riding gear. This includes everything you normally wear and bring with you on a ride: shorts, jersey, shoes, helmet, body armor, hydration system, goggles, etc. Have your friend hold your bike while you stand on the pedals. Compress the suspension and then stand still on the pedals. Do not apply the brakes while setting sag. Be careful not to headbutt your friend. Slide the travel indicator O-ring against the air can and gently step off your bike without activating the shock. If it moves too much, you will not get an accurate sag measurement. Check the location of the travel indicator O-ring against the sag value gradients and verify your sag matches the recommended value or is 30%. If the sag is less than the recommended value, you will need to lower the air pressure. If the sag is more than the recommended value, you will need to increase the air pressure. Changing the air pressure in Vivid Air is not a standard process. Please listen carefully. When decreasing air pressure, do so in 10 psi increments. This is the same amount of air pressure lost just by attaching the pump to the valve. To lower the air pressure by more than 10 psi, depress the air release button on the pump. To increase air pressure, first add 10 psi to the shock to compensate for the air that transferred into the pump. This reading is the initial air pressure of your shock. Then increase the air pressure in 20 psi increments. Caution: when adding air to the shock, do not exceed 275 psi. Air pressure above 275 psi can damage the shock. After you've changed air pressure in the shock, you will need to equalize the pressure between the 2 air chambers. With the pump still attached to the shock, slowly but firmly press on the saddle to compress the shock until you hear a short hissing sound. This sound indicates air transfer between chambers. Cycle the shock until you no longer hear the air transfer between chambers. Record the air pressure value on the pump, then unthread it from the shock. You must remove the pump from the shock prior to checking sag, otherwise you could damage the pump. Again, have your friend hold your bike while you check the sag. Repeat this process until you reach the desired amount of sag. Rebound damping controls the speed at which the shock returns to its full travel position after compression. This adjustment has the most significant impact on the feel of your bike's ride quality. The beginning stroke rebound knob controls the speed at which the shock returns from small bumps. These small bumps typically activate the first 25% of shock travel. If the rear wheel feels like it has excessive movement or starts to lose traction over small bumps, slow down the beginning stroke rebound by turning the knob 1 click clockwise toward the turtle. If the shock starts to feel like it is packing down or starts to feel increasingly harsh over small bumps, speed up the beginning stroke rebound by turning the knob 1 click counterclockwise toward the jackalope. Continue this process until the rebound is at the speed you desire. The ending stroke rebound adjuster controls the speed at which the shock returns from large bumps. These large bumps typically activate between 25 and 100% of shock travel. If the shock feels like it is bucking or returning too fast and pushing you forward, slow down the ending stroke rebound by turning the knob 1 click clockwise toward the turtle. Again, if the shock starts to feel like it is packing down or starts to feel increasingly harsh over consecutive large hits, Speed up the ending stroke rebound by turning the knob one click counterclockwise toward the jackalope. Continue this process until the rebound is at the speed you desire. Remember, turning the rebound adjusters clockwise toward the turtle increases the amount of rebound damping, making the shock return slower. Turning the rebound adjusters counterclockwise toward the jackalope decreases the amount of rebound damping, making the suspension return faster. Compression damping controls how quickly the shock compresses. If the shock is moving excessively when you pedal or shift your weight around on the bicycle, squats under heavy braking or cornering, or bottoms out easily, increase the compression damping by turning the blue knob clockwise toward the plus sign. If the shock feels harsh over small bumps or is riding high in the travel when cornering, decrease the compression damping by turning the blue knob counterclockwise away from the plus sign. This will make the shock more compliant. We recommend that you write down your rebound and damper settings for future reference. When you encounter significant changes in terrain, stop and experiment with your settings to better learn how the adjustments can improve the quality of your ride. This completes the tuning for your Vivid Air rear shock. Thanks for watching.